Nice to see you guys again. This is Lee with Eel Chief Sports. We're going to be doing week 12. I'm going to be doing the Sunday and Monday games. I couldn't get my picks in on time for the Thanksgiving games. However, I would have went 3 for 3. Take my word for it. I definitely would have had the Lions at home, and I would have taken the points, would have been a backdoor cover with the Giants, and I would have laid the points with the Vikings. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. I couldn't get them on in time. I've been on daddy duty for a few weeks, so it's been a little hard to make these videos. Plus, it's a holiday week, Everybody's not gambling this week. But those who watch, let's have a little fun. Week 11, coming off a very good week for week 11. We went 11 out of 16 against the spread, correct. Also didn't include one push on the Buffalo game. So coming off a very strong week, let's see how we do this week. We're going to do Sunday and obviously the Monday games, okay? Please do subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and follow me on Twitter at Eel Chief, okay? All right, let's start off on a pretty crappy game. Broncos 3-7. Broncos are coming off a loss against the Raiders in overtime. That tells you how their season's going. At the Carolina Panthers 3-8. So you got 6 wins combined with both teams. I think the Panthers are going with Sam Darnold this week, I believe. I don't think it matters who they put in there. This is going to be a very bad game. But you got to pick them. That's how it goes. We're getting to the part of the season now where the good teams are separating from the bad teams, and the record kind of speaks for itself. There's a couple of teams that are coming on late, like Washington and teams like that. But as far as this game, these are just two bottom feeder teams. I don't recommend playing this game. I'm going to pick it. Give me the Broncos -1 for no good reason. Okay. I just Sam Darnold off the bench. At least Russell Wilson's been playing. So that's just my logic there. But they're both not good teams. Denver Broncos -1 is going to be my pick for this game to open up the morning games. All right, moving on. See how quick I'm moving on from that game. We're going to go to the 5-5, 500 Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Cleveland Browns 3-7. I used to pick the Browns a lot, especially in the first half of the year because they were winning games and they were covering games, and then they seemed to hit a skid the second, the later we're getting here. Um, the Browns are coming off a push. That was gave me a push against Buffalo, but they were hanging tight in that game against Buffalo. And the Buccaneers are a team I just do not trust. I know they're coming off a bye, I believe, and they are. I don't trust them yet. The Buccaneers. I don't trust them. I don't want to lay points with them on the road. Um, Cleveland does play a little bit better at home. Again, there's some tough games this week. But even on my worst week, I've finished 500 or better. So that's pretty good, Not so bad. Give me Cleveland Browns, and I get the hook 3.5. That's gonna be my pick for this game. Okay. Moving on. Some of these games are tough. 7-3. Baltimore Ravens at Jacksonville Jaguars 3-7. Jaguars, I believe, are coming off a bye, and they are. But they probably would have lost anyway if they played, right? They always find a way to lose. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I have a friend of mine that I've known for a very long time here in California, and he is the biggest Jags fan. And it's like he gets super excited when they score 3 points. He's excited when they cover, But it's like I'm just tired of watching this stupid team. I really am. Against the Ravens. Ravens are a team, the gamblers out there, they don't always cover. They didn't cover again last week. They were 13-point favorites. They won by 10. And the Panthers only scored 3 points that game. They only score 13. So they're a funny team as far as betting. They win, but they don't cover. Jacksonville doesn't like to cover sometimes either. This is a very hard game. I'm going to take the hook, and those have been following my videos. If you give me points, I'm at home. I'm not sure which way to go. I'm going to go with the home team and take the points. That's all I'm doing here. I do not like Jacksonville. I hate Jacksonville. But I get 3.5 points. I'm going to take it. Probably going to need it. Jacksonville plus 3.5 is going to be our play for this game. Okay. All right, moving on. The 1-8-1 Texans. They seem like they've won a few more games than that, right? but they haven't. They've been in games. They just don't know how to win. The only game they beat was the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that was a division game. That tells you how good that they are. At the Dolphins, 7-3. Dolphins are. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins end up winning this division because Buffalo does not look right. They don't look like the same powerhouse as they did at the beginning of the season. This is the biggest spread of the week, 14 points. Excuse me a second. See, and I'm not too fancy with the whole editing thing, so I kind of shoot this live, and I hope it goes well. Look, I want to take the points here. I typically take the points. I'm not. I'm going to lay the points with the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I think, are going to roll on this team. I think the Texans are going with another quarterback. I don't think it matters. They don't put up enough points. And Miami's at home, and they might just have a nice big ass-kicking game this game. This might come here. I rarely give this many points in the NFL, but I'm going to here. Give me the Miami Dolphins minus the 14 points. All right. All right, moving on. 3-8 Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears have been doing well for us. Not so much for win, but they've been covering games. So those people who've known taking the points on them. They've been covering more than less lately. So they've been a little bit of a sleeper team. I know their quarterback Fields is a game time decision this week. At the Jets, 6-4. Jets are coming off. Oh man, they had a heartbreaker against the Patriots. I just can't get over the hump with them. Some teams just have your number, and they just can't get. Doesn't matter who's the quarterback or who's the coach. Bill Belichick just owns them. Very close game. Low scoring, not exciting to watch, but it was just a very tit for tat game. I guess it depends if Fields plays or not, but I'm just going to assume he's not. This is what I'm going to do on this one. I don't trust the Jets. They might win. They might squeak it out. The Bears have their moments. The Bears are a weird team. When you count them out is when they score points, is when they cover. So the line is 7. I get my lines through DraftKings Sportsbook. The line is 7. I'm going to buy a half a point. So give me the Bears plus 7, buying a half a point, moving it to 7.5. I think it's a relatively safe play. That's what we're going to do here. Okay? So Bears plus 7, buying a half a point to a half. Okay? Don't be afraid to buy half points here and there, guys, because sometimes it makes a difference. Not always, but I'm just going to take it. 6-4 Bengals at the Titans, 7-3. Weird line. I don't know why the Titans are underdog in this game at 1.5 at home. I have a best play of the week and a second best play of the week. Last week I hit both of them. I had Detroit. That was our best play last week. They beat up on the Giants. They wanted you to take the Giants. I went the other way. Lions won easily. And Lions are playing better. And then my second best play was the Cowboys against the Vikings. And that was an easy one too. So both our best plays hit last week. This is going to be my second best play. Tennessee Titans at home. I think they're the better team. They're healthy. They got Tannehill back. I do not know why Cincinnati is favored in this game. Cincinnati's a good team. They're not a great team. Titans are putting it together. Give me the Tennessee Titans. They have extra rest on this game because they played the Thursday night before against Green Bay. Tennessee Titans is my second best play this week at plus 1.5. To me, that's kind of a no-brainer. But look, I've played Joe Burrow. I've played against Joe Burrow. I usually have the Bengals figured out mostly when they're going to cover and when they're not going to cover. I'm going to go against them this week. But like I say, you have to stick it out there sometimes. So Tennessee Titans are my second best play this week at plus 1.5. All right, moving on. 5-6 Falcons at the Washington Commanders. 6-5 and 5-6 Falcons. Commanders have been a very tough team ever since Taylor Heineke has been playing. Juan Rivera, this team just switched. They looked like they were just losing every game and not doing well with Wentz. Carson Wentz sucks. He doesn't deserve to be a starter. He's made of glass, and he belongs in the NFL, just not starting every Sunday. Back him up somewhere on a team. This is a tough game because the Falcons tend to slip and cover sometimes. The Commanders are coming off another win against the Texans. They won that game easily. That was one of our losses last week. I thought Houston would play a little bit better at home. But it happens, Look, it's a numbers game. Try to get more right than wrong. You're not going to hit every game. I'm not going to hit every game on this video. but more than less. That's the goal. Consistency. Give me the Falcons plus 3.5 points. The Falcons can score. Commanders might have a little bit of a letdown game. They may win this game, but win by 3. Give me the hook. 3.5. Atlanta Falcons. Don't love it, but I like it enough. Moving on. 5-5 Chargers. Chargers have been a hard team to figure out this year. With their injuries, they're getting a little bit healthy now. At the Cardinals, 4-7. I take the Cardinals too much. I'm the first to admit that. I take the Cardinals. They haven't been covering as of late. I don't know if Kyler Murray's playing in this game. I think he's a game time decision. I don't know if he is or isn't. This line is only 3 points. They want you to take the Chargers. This is what I'm going to do. The Cardinals are not very good at home, but I'm going to stick with them as I usually do in each week. So I'm going to buy a 0.5 point though. Give me the Cardinals plus 3, buying a half, moving it to 3.5. Just so if it becomes a 3-point game, the Chargers we will cover. So give me the Cardinals plus 3, buying a 0.5 point, up to 3.5. Okay. My best play of the week is this next game. 3-7. Las Vegas Raiders at Seattle Seahawks. 6-4. The Seahawks are they coming off a bye? I think they are. The Seahawks are playing. Seahawks are coming off a bye. The Raiders are playing. They beat the Broncos in overtime. Big deal division game. This line is 4. It's interesting. I thought it'd be 6, 6.5, maybe up to 7. I'm going to bite on it. Give me the Seattle Seahawks and lay the points. I think they're the much better team. They're at home, and they're coming off a bye. Did I read that right? Yeah, they're coming off a bye. Why are they? This is a wrong line to me. And the Raiders on the road, they played at high altitude last week against Denver. I'm going to take the Seahawks -4. That's my best play this week. All right, so Seattle Seahawks, best play. Second best play is Tennessee Titans. So, all right, moving on. Lopsided matchup here. I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, as you could see. Chiefs are actually the Chiefs are the biggest favorite. Excuse me. I thought it was the Dolphins. The Chiefs are the biggest favorite this week. -15.5 against the Rams. Rams just are a terrible team this year. They just can't wait until the final buzzer. They don't have to play anymore. Stafford's injured. I don't know if he's playing. I don't think it matters. This team is just really bad. But I don't know if I trust Kansas City laying this amount of points. Kansas City can win this game easily, but sometimes the Chiefs they start a little slow out of the gate, and all of a sudden it's like a 7-point game. It's like, oh crap, I need them to score more. The Chiefs do that to me sometimes. They do that to you. The Chiefs don't always cover. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this game at the end, but it might be a little tight the first half. The Chiefs pull away the second half. 15.5 points, I think, is going to be a little too much. So I'm going to take the Rams just because of the points. I just don't trust the Chiefs laying that amount of points. I've seen a lot of games from Kansas City. They don't always cover the big spreads. They might here, but I'm going to go the other way just in case. So give me the Rams plus 15.5. It's just too many points. All right, moving on. A game that I'm not going to take the points on. I'm going to lay the points on this one. 49ers 6-4. I already gave it away. They're at home against the Saints 4-7. Give me the Niners minus the 9 points. Niners are trying to flex their muscles here. Niners don't want to look. This is a 4-7 team they're facing. The Niners want to compete with the NFC elite. They need to roll on the Saints. This is going to be a statement game. The Saints are not a good team on the road. And then the Saints, are they coming off a bye? No, the Saints are coming off. They beat the Rams by 7 points last week. Big deal. And then we got the Niners coming off an easy win against the Cardinals. The Niners should win this game pretty comfortably. This game might be the blowout. So give me the Niners minus the 9 points. All right, a couple of games left. If you're still watching this, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel. I need some subscribers here. So I don't know what more I need to do, wear a wig or whatever, but I need some subscribers. Follow me on Twitter. There's a few different shows I watch on here, and it kind of inspired me to make my own channel. Plus, my wife, I needed a new hobby, and this is kind of fun. I've been handicapping for a while, but never done this on in front of the camera and stuff. So it's kind of cool, you know. So give me feedback, and if you want to email me, my email is in my link and on my page, so you can find me on there if you want me to maybe hop on your channel or something. Yeah, I'd love to do it, you know. So get me on there. 4-7. Green Bay Packers. This is the Sunday night game at the Eagles. 9-1. Eagles have looked a little sluggish the last couple of weeks. That was one of our wins. A lot of people took the Eagles, laying the first half, this and that. We went the other way. We took the Colts because the Eagles, I think, are shooting themselves in the foot a little bit right now. And they need to calm down. Against the Packers, Packers have been playing a little bit better. Recently, they didn't look good against the Titans, but they did beat the Cowboys, which might be their game of the year. And it's going to happen sometimes. Packers are plus 6.5. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Green Bay, but there's a few games I'm buying a half a point here. This is going to be one of them. I'm going to buy it up to 7. So there's no sense having 6.5 points if you're going to lose by a touchdown. At least let me push. Give me Green Bay, prime time. I typically picked against Green Bay, but the Eagles just don't look right. And a lot of people are going to be on them again this week. I'm just going to take the points. It might be a 3-4 point game. It could be a 6 point game. Let it be a 7 point game so we push. Okay? But 6. That way we win. Green Bay Packers plus 7 points. Buying a half a point. So it's plus 6.5 or buying a half a 7. We're going to buy another half a point on the Monday night game too. So we're buying some half a points this week. Don't always do that, but you got to protect your hand sometimes. You know, these half a point, sometimes they end up screwing you. And some of these games, these odds makers, they're like right there. You watch these games, you're like, holy crap, how do they get it within, like, if they score here, they don't score here. So that's what we're going to do. So it's 3-7, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Colts, 4-6-1. Colts have been playing better. They might have a letdown game this week, though, because they almost beat the Eagles. They could have beat the Eagles. They are at home. They're not traveling this week. The Steelers are coming in. But the Steelers, I think, are going to want to finish the year strong for Tomlin. They're going to get Kenny Pickett some more reps. Is it Pickett playing or is it Trubisky? I don't even know who's playing in this game. I don't think it matters because they're kind of a wash with both quarterbacks right now. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to buy a half a point. So they're plus 2.5, plus 3 on the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Colts. Just the Colts have had a good couple of weeks. Might be a little bit of a letdown this week. I'm going to go the other way with Pittsburgh. So sometimes you got to zig when they zag. So those are my picks for week 12, okay? Please do subscribe to my channel, like my videos. At Eel Chief is going to be my Twitter account. And best of luck for week 12, NFL. Thank you very much. Have a good one.